Hello, everyone.
Morning.
Good morning,
Morning.
depending where you are.
It's
Hello. Nice to see you all. If you haven't been here before, or if you've never met me before, my name's Ariana, and I'm really happy to have all of you guys. This Christian group chat is something that we do once every single month, and we usually do it on the second Saturday. But last week, so I just had a baby, and she's still pretty young, so I was not feeling it last week. That's why I kind of postponed till this week. But from now on, it should be the second Saturday of every single month at 11 o'clock. And we just gather together, one big happy family, and talk about our stories. We have a chat option. So if you look at the bottom of this Zoom, there's a button that says chat. You're welcome to talk in there. Usually, if you want questions answered, I will go to the people whose videos are on or the people who are asking first. And then if you guys want to ask here also, I usually get to that towards the end. So one thing I wanted to talk about today, I think there's a couple of different things. I'm gonna, okay, so I'm going to talk about a few different things. The first thing that I want to talk about is um, depression-related hair loss, and that usually the things that we talk about in these meetings come from emails and conversations that I have with all of our Christian community throughout the week. And so a big topic, and this kind of happens, I think, every single meeting is that we have a lot of people who are concerned with losing hair loss because of the stressful situations that they're going through and all of the things that, the life is changing so fast with COVID and having to be kind of at home and stuff. So, with depression related hair loss, that is something that there is good news about, which means you can actually help your scalp heal really fast if that is the root cause of your hair loss, if it's something that is due to depression. And the way that you do that is, and I kind of want to tell a personal experience just kind of to help you guys in case need some inspiration. But recently, so we have been having a lot of changes in our family. We had a new baby. We launched a new line with Kristen, and we moved our home. So we've been very, very busy. And then we lost a couple of um, employees that were so helpful to us that made communications much more difficult. And so we've had to go over a lot of bumps and hurdles. And as we were going through these roller coaster emotions, and our whole lifestyle had to change because when we lost some of the people who were very critical for us, we had to take on their roles. So that meant no sleep, and our kids didn't have as much time with us, and it was kind of getting very stressful. And one thing that I saw when we were going through that was that our whole family was going through it together, which when you're going through things that are very difficult, it helps to have a very supportive team. And so one thing I would recommend is making sure that you, when you're going through good times, keep your family very close, keep your main support well loved and taken care of, because when times get rough, they're the first ones and the only ones who come to help you. And that's one thing I've seen, is that my husband is my best friend. He's my main support, and he's always there to cover what I cannot. And same vice versa. If he's hurting in certain areas, I'm there to lift him up and to kind of cover those areas. So it's like a synergistic effect, but normally we talk about synergy when applied to ingredients that we incorporate in our diet. And when we talk about, just with Chris, and we talk a lot about nutrition. But I feel like in your life, if you guys apply that synergy to your relationships, it'll help you to get through those hard times and those stressful times. So does anyone have any questions about or concerns or things that maybe we can help you with if you guys are experiencing hard times in your life? If you want, we can all kind of help you out. Marie, let me unmute you and why don't you go ahead? Marie Carlson, go ahead.
Hi there.
Hi,
I wrote down some questions that I have for you.
perfect.
So the fenugreek, the seeds, the soaking of the seeds, I love that. There, it's really yummy. And I'm wondering, is there like, is it, am I in danger of drinking too much? Is there any, um,
Yeah, not really. With fenugreek, it's hard to get too much. I'm surprised you like it. Most
I
people find
really
it
like it.
extremely bitter. That's great.
I don't find it bitter. I put it in a glass though, kind of like this tall,
Uh-huh.
and then I put, probably a tablespoon and a half. Um, so it's not super bitter. Like when I get down towards the bottom, it's bitter, but it has just kind of a nice earthy flavor.
Yeah, very good.
And then
That's
I grow the sprouts afterwards because they start sprouting, and then we eat the sprouts.
very good. That's fun. And you also make a lot of home remedies, isn't that right? You told me that last time. So with fenugreek, it's really hard to get too much of it. For instance, when I cook for our family or when my mother-in-law cooks for like a curry dish that feeds nine, we'll probably put about 2 big tablespoons of it in that. Plus, we're drinking it every day. So we get a lot of it. And fenugreek is very good for not just your hair, but your skin health. Also, your
Oh,
skin
nice.
benefits a lot from it. And
Nice.
then, if you're worried about getting too much, one thing you can also do is use the fenugreek water as a rinse. Um,
Oh, okay.
that helps too. So, one thing I like to teach is that whatever you're putting in your mouth should be able to go on your hair and your skin too. You can kind of cut it into portions and consume. Let's say you're making the green juice or having the fenugreek water. Take a little and apply it to your skin. Take a little and put it on your hair and rinse it off. Those are just good habits to have.
And then I love these. I noticed that there's no biotin in them, and so it seems to me like it's herbs that I would cook with. Um, so why just two? Am I again? Am I in trouble if I eat more, if I take more than two? Or
Yeah, that's another thing you're really not. And this is so if you're looking for medical advice, I have to use a disclaimer, always
right?
ask your doctor. But
Fair.
with those vitamins, my daughters eat them and it's just an easier way to get those nutrients. And we purposefully did not put biotin because some people have sensitivities to biotin and it's so easily available. Um,
Everywhere else.
everywhere. So if you wanted biotin, I'm sure you can find it in your local drugstore or wherever you need. But we wanted to give things that are very difficult to come by, and things that are important to have daily, which is why we made that specific formulation.
And then thank you. And my last question is like my hair, my hair is not anywhere near the length of yours. I think when we talked, I told you shoulder length, but it's actually or collarbone, I think I said, but a little bit longer. But
Mhm.
I've been noticing like my hair has been snapping lately. And you can't tell because of the computer, but I have a lot of like frizz. And
Okay.
and I don't know like what can I do about the frizz?
Are
And
you drinking a lot of water? Are you?
I drink
Oh,
I
okay.
I drink quite a bit of water. I wouldn't say that I drink a lot of the seltzer waters. I don't drink soda. I drink 1 glass of coffee a day, but I don't put any sugar in it. And then I drink water the rest of the time.
Yeah, I notice with if you've maybe had a lifestyle change or something where your water intake goes down, your hair will become dry and it will become very dry and snap. And another thing is that you're probably using the oils a lot.
Yeah.
Are you using moisturizers? Are you putting anything in to protect it? Because weather is changing, so it's probably much colder now.
It
But
is. And I live in a state, I've just moved to Washington. I'm a California girl, so it is a lot colder, and I wondered if it was weather change.
yeah, weather change can do that. And also, when you are going into a season that is very cold, try to make sure you're applying that moisturizer. And so, with our family, when the hair is damp, we usually put, because our hair is it's much thicker, it's not fine. And so, we put conditioner in our hair and then put a little bit of oil over the top of it to seal it in so it doesn't evaporate out. With moisture, you can use water if you need to, but water needs to be very well covered because it's not thick, it's going to evaporate really fast. And so you would have to use a little bit more oils for that. And if it makes your hair oily, you wouldn't want to do that. But we use conditioner on damp hair, and then we apply a little bit of oil around it so that our hair doesn't get, I don't know, weak. It doesn't get weak, it doesn't break as often.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that might help you.
I'm
But
trying to find the balance because, I put the oil, I love your oil. I love your oil so much. My husband uses it, which
very
surprises me because he's very sensitive to smells and he loves it. But I haven't found the balance. Like I'll put it in when my hair's damp and all day long, I'm always, I touch my hair all day long and then I'll realize, oh, my hair still feels like it's wet because I've put too much. So then I can't go 2 or 3 days without washing it because I've made it super oily. It's wet now. It's not oily now. I
it's
just,
a very delicate balance. It's a fine line to find that. And I have a lot of hair. I put for myself just a few drops. So
oh,
even just very little and rub it on your hands so that there's a thin film on your hands and then apply it. That might help. I put so little on my hair and I have a lot of hair to cover. So just be careful that it's a fine line. If you have really thick, coarse hair, like our clients who are African American, or even my husband and his family, their hair is so thick and coarse. So they put so much oil all the time and it never looks greasy because their hair just absorbs it really well. But if your hair is more fine, just a couple of drops should be enough.
okay. And then I didn't know, I've always, my whole life, when I've used conditioner, put it on my scalp thinking, oh, that's what keeps me from getting dandruff. And I learned so much from your last month where you said your scalp needs to, it wants to be clean. It needs to be clean. So I've been trying to put conditioner or oils and stuff as
Mhm.
my conditioner just from like here down. But I
Yeah.
find myself wanting to put it on my scalp too.
So my daughter, who's 9, I'm teaching her how to bathe by herself just because since she is small, I've always scrubbed her. And so she asked me last night, she said, Mom, should I put conditioner on my head? And one thing I told her is when you're putting it in the bottom of your hair and you've got all your hair saturated with conditioner, take your hair, if it's long enough, take your hair that you already have conditioner in and just kind of rub it around the lines of your, yeah, of your crown and on top, just so there's very little. So that's what she's doing, and it helps a lot because when you get conditioner on your scalp, if you're not rinsing that away properly, especially with little kids, they get build up a lot because they don't know how to wash properly. If you're not rinsing it away properly, you will get dandruff. You're going to get bacteria on your scalp and inflammation, and it just kind of catapults into all these different problems. But if you're just applying just a little bit to, let's say, around your crown and temples, around your hairline, and then just on top very little so it's not touching the scalp, it's perfectly fine. Just to it helps with frizz too. So because usually conditioners, I'm not sure what type you're using, but some conditioners have things like silicones
Yeah.
inside that weigh your hair down. And that can be helpful if your hair is not drying out from that. It can be helpful by keeping moisture in, but I like to do oils instead. So if you will have that, you can use that type of stuff too, and that would help with frizz.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I just want to tell you one last thing, and this is not a medical, uh, but your product, my one of my teenagers does dishes and bussing, and came home and had this huge rash all over their hands. So I tried all of these different lotions and finally just had her wash off. And I put the hair oil. I'm like, it's 55 organic cold press oils. I put it on, and immediately her hands started feeling better. And so I poured some in a little bottle for her, and she's been rubbing it on her hands.
Wow,
So
so
love your
great.
product so much.
We have a lot of people who have eczema or seborrheic dermatitis where the scalp flakes so much. And those with eczema, that extreme inflammation and pain, they use oils and it calms it down a lot. So
Love your product so much. So appreciate you.
thanks, Marie. Thank you. Does anybody else have any questions I can help you with? You're welcome to raise your hand, or I can. So I used to teach in church, and sometimes I would ask questions and people would be shy to answer. So I would volunteer them to speak. So if you want, I can volunteer you to speak, or I can just keep on talking myself. Let's see. I'm just going to keep talking. I don't want to pick on you guys because it's the holidays and I should be a little bit nicer. Let's see. I had um, one customer who the other day, so she has alopecia areata, which is it's not something that cannot be cured. Usually, alopecia areata is something that subsides over time. But she wanted to find out the reason for her hair loss because she was losing hair in patches. So she would have complete bald spots just randomly over her scalp. And one thing that we were working on was trying to figure out the root cause of her hair loss because we can treat topically and we can take our vitamins and still maybe the hair loss would subside temporarily and then come back. But we wanted to make sure that we helped her in a way that was getting to the root cause of the issue. And so one thing we did was called an elimination diet. Are you familiar with that? Have you guys ever tried something like that before? Because hair loss, you want to think of hair loss, it's usually connected to an imbalance in the system, and that can be connected to inflammation. And so, I mean, unless you are like pulling it out by yourself, but inflammation, it's extremely bad for your entire body, not just your hair. But the key to figuring out hair loss is to figure out where is that inflammation coming from? Why are you experiencing it? And we kind of want to figure out how to reverse it. And so when we figure out the answers to the first two questions, it helps us understand how do we get rid of that inflammation, and we would see a lot of beneficial results from finding the root cause. And so we started with her diet. Her diet that she had was she was vegan, and personally, she didn't think about the food she was eating other than she wanted to make sure that it was not having an impact on the environment or on animals. And so she didn't really think of it for her body's benefit. She wanted to make sure that, it was completely vegan and whether it was processed or not. She didn't really mind that. She also had a diet that was high in caffeine, high in carbohydrates, processed food, and alcohol. And she had very little focus on protein or quality. And so we started eliminating foods from her diet. And we actually came to, I don't know if you've ever heard of the diet called the paleo diet, but we switched her to the paleo diet, and she did this for about 6 weeks. And her focus was unprocessed paleo diet, and this was after being vegan, completely meat free for more than 10 years. And so after 6 weeks of being on that type of diet, and she's taking vitamins and oiling her hair. She does that because she really wanted to fix this problem. So she does that consistently, which I think consistency is a major factor in her story as well. But she was 6 weeks on the paleo diet and she started to see hair growth come back. And so, hi, let me go ahead and mute Samaya. Okay, so when you're working with trying to regrow hair, especially with alopecia, sometimes topical treatments, if you're taking different shampoos or creams or injections, steroids, these things can be temporary if you don't address the root cause of the disease, of the inflammation, where it's coming from. So hair loss, it's a symptom of a greater imbalance in your body. And that's something that you want to figure out. It can be your diet, it can be stress, and normally your body can become stressed based off of the fuel you're giving it. So we don't want a hair loss treatment to be temporary. It needs to be something that addresses your root cause and fixes it for a long time. So let's see. What I'm trying to say is that when you're thinking of how to heal your hair, try not to have a shallow perspective. of a quick fix of applying this cream or oil and everything will like magic work. It also does take you looking deep within your body to figure out why you were losing hair in the first place. Okay, I'm gonna, I see a hand raised. Kunduz, I hope I'm saying that right. I'm going to unmute you and go ahead. Let's see. There you go.
Hi,
Hi.
hi, Sylvia. How are you?
Hi, I'm
Oh
good.
yeah, Adriana.
Yeah, nice to see you.
I'm glad to find your products, and I have been putting since April, but my hair is falling so much more when I stop putting it, and I'm afraid to washing my hair with your shampoo. It's falling so much just doing this. I don't know what to do. And I went to doctor. Look how much I'm afraid. I don't know what to do. I trusted your product, and it's just falling so much. I
Okay,
went to doctor, checked my thyroid, everything was correct. I'm not sick, I'm very healthy.
okay.
And my hair is falling and falling and falling. And I have been using your product since April, like faithfully, and enjoyed it and loved it, but still falling, falling and falling.
This is what I would suggest. If you're using any product, my product, any product, and you're noticing hair loss, the first thing you need to do is stop using it. Stop using it and see, because our products have 55 different oils in them. A lot of these oils are not things that you would find everywhere. So it could be your first time using these type of oils. And there can be allergies to oils. If you have allergy to something, it's okay. And if it's not our product that works for you, it's okay. It's not about hurting feelings or you have to use ours. You want to fix whatever is causing your hair loss. So if you're using any product that's causing hair loss, stop right away because you might have an allergy to it or sensitivity to it. With our shampoos and stuff, the pink label shampoo is something that is a very delicate type of shampoo. It has a lot of aloe vera, it has 55 oils inside, and that shampoo, the only thing is that it is very, very rich. So sometimes I see users using a lot of that shampoo, and when they go to wash it, it doesn't wash out properly, and that can cause inflammation. It can cause hair loss if you're not cleaning your scalp. So whatever products that you are using, if it is causing hair loss, I recommend stopping right away. And then another thing is when you're using oils or anything, so your hair shaft has a lot of hair that is usually in the fallout stage. If your hair, if you're suffering hair loss before using products, sometimes using oils pulls that hair from the hair shaft if it's already been what is that called? Disconnected, if it's already on its way to falling out. So you might notice hair loss a lot when you first use oils if you've never used oils before. And then in order to help that, normally you would continue using the oils if it's something that doesn't have redness or itching or sensitivities. If you're feeling pain, that's usually an allergy. If you have redness or itching, that's an allergy. But if you're just experiencing hair loss without any pain, swelling, sensitivities, usually that's not an allergy. It could be that you had a lot of hair in the fallout phase that is being kind of pulled out by that oil. And that is something that would stop and you would notice it cease little by little by little until all of that, until your scalp became balanced again. So it would take maybe just a month or two. But if you've been using since April and you're still experiencing hair loss, then I would recommend stopping completely that whatever product you're using that is causing that hair loss. Does that help you?
I used just your product. I trusted you. You go to church and I go to church. I trust in the Lord and your children, your family. I love it and I trust it. I put it on and more hair loss than before. And just every time I do, it's just coming out hairs and it's sad. I don't know what to do, to whom trust, what to do. I just don't know.
Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that. I can help you in ways of regulating your diet and helping you find that issue, I can meet with you privately as well if that would help you. But if it's a shampoo you're using that's causing, I would stop that right away. And then maybe you can use vitamins or something that is not topically applied, if that would help you. So,
I use your oils, I use your vitamins and that mask and the shampoo, pink label shampoo, and I stop using the shampoo and I stop oils. No hair growth
oh,
falling so much.
oh no, that's not good. When you're washing your hair, is the water that you're using, does it have the softener on it applied, or is it hard water that you're using?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure.
It's
Have
not.
you ever
My husband said it's not hard water.
Not hard. So you have a softener. Normally, if you have a hard water mineral buildup, that can also irritate and cause hair loss. If you're just using shampoo, just not how you normally would, I'm surprised that you've been continuing since April if it's causing hair to fall out. Normally, you would stop.
Yeah, I trusted. I bought again. I never colored my hair, never bleached it. I wanted just a natural hair,
Yeah.
and I just falling, not doing it, trying to keep healthy and just falling, and went to doctor and the thyroid is normal,
Yeah.
all blood work was done. I'm not sick. I all healthy, and just hair is falling.
Oh no. Are you having any pain or red or
No,
any?
no redness, no pain. It's just hair is falling so much, and I stopped putting oil because when oil also was putting, it's coming out too. It's just too much. Every time I wash it, it's too much. I have pictures and all every day, like bunch of them, like falling and falling. Not doing like bleaching, not doing nothing. Right now it's just full of
Yeah. And when you wash
naturally.
your hair, is it coming out completely or is residue being left behind?
I like you said, cleaned with lemon and then banana. I mean, cleaned it really good every three day. I washed it. I try to keep my scalp good condition. I don't know what to do. It's clean. It just my hair is falling really bad. It's
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
When you wash your hair, after
Mm.
you come out and your hair is dry, is your hair clean or is it a little oily?
Uh, it's clean. It's waffly and so pretty. I like the oil how makes my hair so good, but scalp is just comes out so much hair, so many hairs coming out and getting bald.
Okay. Okay. So we can talk also video chat if you want to continue. I would recommend go ahead and stop completely. And then whatever shampoo you were using before you started Chrisen, start using that again and see if your hair loss subsides. See if it stops.
So I stopped pink shampoo, your shampoo, and then I did regular like normal shampoo. It is soft. It's supposed to be recommended. So I'm washing it. That's also like falling. My hair is falling with that shampoo also.
So any shampoo you're using is causing hair to fall?
Fall, yes.
Okay.
First, so I trusted your shampoo and I used it and it's just falling so much. So I stopped it and then I have to wash my hair. So I
And
use
so when
the
you
shampoo
use
previously.
the
So that one is also falling so bad.
yeah, so when you use the other shampoo, it's still falling.
Yeah, yeah. And I thought maybe oil making like hair like loosen up and then just coming out so bad. I don't know what is the problem is.
Let me try this. I have a Veda Sense. It's a new type of oil. It's an aromatherapy massaging type of oil. I'll send you one for free. You try that and see because if I'm not sure why if it's from the shampoo, if you switch shampoos, your hair loss should stop. But you're saying it's still falling even though you switch shampoos. I wonder if maybe your circulation, if you're not getting enough circulation. So what I would do, I'll send you a Veda Sense oil for free. And I have a video that teaches you different marma point massage techniques for your scalp and for your face to promote circulation in those areas. That would probably help you because if your vessels are constricted, if you have um, just because thyroid is okay, you can still have DHT constricting blood vessels, which means that you're not going to get oxygen and nutrients to your hair. If your hair is devoid of oxygen and proper nutrition, it will die, it will fall out. So you need to have a lot of blood flow, open up your blood vessels so that there's enough nutrition and oxygen to fuel healthy hair. If your diet is already full of protein, if you're having the right vitamins and minerals in your diet, that's very good, but it doesn't help if it cannot reach your hair. So it sounds to me, because you're not having redness, you're not having pain or inflammation, which is a key indicator of an allergy. So what I would assume would be next is, let's try opening up your blood vessels. Let's give a nice massage and do this every single day. Also, you want to do something called the inversion method, which is where you put your head upside down, and I teach this in the video, and give a massage so the blood flow comes to your head. Because the more blood flow that you have coming to your head, the easier it is for your blood vessels to open and for your hair to receive the nutrition that you're giving your body. So let me do that. I'm going to take, let me have your name. And then if you can also send me an email with your, actually, let's see. I'll just take your name. I don't have any pens because we just moved and my drawers are empty. I might have one in my hair. Let's see.
Yeah, awesome. My name is Kunduz Raus. It'll be great, awesome, because I don't know what to do. I tried, I trusted, and that didn't know where to go next.
Oh, it's okay. Don't worry about it. We want to help you. And whether we help you with our product or anything, that's the purpose of Chrisen, is to make sure that you have support. So that's what we want to do. So KUNDUZ, and can I have your last name? Is that okay?
Rouse, Rouse.
Okay, Rouse. And this is the same name that you placed your order under?
Yes.
So that's easy for me to look it up. So I'm going to send you one of my favorite oils. It's a Veda Sense oil, and it's called Compassion. It smells really good. Sorry, my baby's waking up. She's here next to me. I'm also going to send you a video. It's a VedaSense tutorial. It teaches you how to massage, how to open up your blood vessels, and I think that should help you. But it is going to take some time. It's gonna something that you won't see a difference tomorrow, but you should see your hair loss subside, and then over time, new hair growth will come. So I'll do that as soon as this
Thank you
meeting
so
is done.
much.
You're
Your
welcome.
help. Thank
Yeah,
you.
you're welcome. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna, so let's see, I have two hands raised. Let's go to Amy Alvarez. Go ahead, Amy.
Hello. Hi. I'm new to the Kristen family. I like to say that because I just started and my hair has been feeling a lot healthier. So they like to say,
Go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry. I think you got muted. Let's unmute you really fast because there you are. Perfect.
sorry,
Go
I
ahead.
don't know what's going on with my phone. It keeps glitching. Sorry.
No problem.
But my hair got cut by a hairdresser. She kind of just chopped it off, and I used to have my hair to my waist. Since then, it hasn't been able to grow back to that size. So I've been really disappointed. And then when your hair products came out, finding them out, like, yay, finally started. And my hair, at least new hairdresser now, new one, noticed that it's different now. It was more healthier because my hair has always been thin and dry. So it would really break really easy because that's just the way my hair's always been. So now that I'm using your hair products, I wanted to know, is the pink shampoo meant for my hair type or is it the yellow one?
So my personal favorite one is the yellow one, but my hair type is I don't dye my hair, and I don't really have any sensitivities to anything. So with the pink one is specifically formulated for those who have sensitivity to smell because it's a much lighter smell. And it also is made for those who have color treated hair, because if you use the yellow one, the sulfate in the yellow one can cause hair color to fade. But there's no sulfate at all in the pink one. So the pink one, the only thing is that it's very thick. It's super thick. And so just a little tiny bit goes a long way. Even for my hair, I use so little. And when you're washing with the pink shampoo, you want to just keep it on your scalp mostly, unless your hair is really, really dirty and you have to wash it with the soap. But you want to just kind of keep it towards your scalp before rinsing it out, and take extra time to let it rinse out, because if you leave it in your hair, it can lead to problems. You want to make sure it's always clean. And the yellow one, I really love it. I just think it smells like heaven, and it's like it's so easy to use. It's not having any learning curve, where the pink one, I feel people have to kind of figure out that that happy medium of how to use it properly. So personally, if you don't color your hair or have any
Yeah.
sensitivities, I would say yellow.
It's
But
a
if
yellow. Okay, because I've not, because like I said, my hair's always dry. It gets annoying because I can't even grow it out.
okay.
So, the yellow shampoo, sometimes I notice when I put it on, it kind of gets a bit frizzy, but I heard you tell the lady that was because of water intake, correct? That's
So
why it would come out a little bit?
your hair can become frizzy for many different reasons, but frizz means that it's dry. And so dry hair needs moisture. Moisture is not oil. Oil acts as a protector. It's like the coat. It kind of covers the moisture so moisture doesn't evaporate out. But the moisture that you need can be water, it can be a leave-in conditioner, it can be anything that you use to give your hair moisture. So the oil itself acts as a protectant so that the moisture doesn't leave. Now, one thing is, when I was starting my hair growth journey way back when, my hair growth journey started in Sri Lanka. And in Sri Lanka, when we first moved there, they don't have stores like you have here where you can just walk in and buy shampoo and conditioner and leave happily. They have these tiny little convenience stores like a 7-Eleven. That is like the luxury store that we had to go shopping in.
Wow.
And so for the longest time, I didn't have access to shampoo or conditioner, and my hair was just horrible. It was so bad. And I thought about cutting it off, but my mother in law, who she knows every trick of the trade, she's the one who taught me everything that I know. So she taught me to start using oils because my hair was so dry and frizzy, and I had never experienced such breakage before, but it would snap just by pulling it. And so, one thing that we did is that I would completely condition my hair with like a coconut milk or an aloe vera that had been blended, so that that was my moisture. And because I wasn't leaving the house, and this might not apply to you, but we lived in like a 10 by 10 room for 2 years where we never went out, like rarely. And so I wasn't leaving the house. And so I would apply this coconut milk or aloe vera, and then I would put my oils on top of that and wrap my hair in a bun and keep it at the nape of my neck. I was very careful never to pull it because I didn't want to lose hair around the hairline, but just to keep it there. And then I would rinse it or wash it every 2 or 3 days. And the way that I would wash it is my mother in law made soap using like soap nuts, which are incredibly drying, very drying if you're not careful with how to use them. So we would wash that and immediately do the same thing over again: coconut milk, aloe vera, and keep it in for 2 or 3 days, wash it out, again, do the same thing. This lasted for 3 months before we had to go to some dinner party. And I took my hair out, and I think I finally found shampoo at that time. I washed it fully with shampoo for the first time in a long time, and my hair had grown so much. It was so long because all this time I had been moisturizing it, protecting it with oils, and then keeping it in a protective hairstyle. And so, because of all these things, it was not exposed to the environment, it was kept protected completely, and it helped my hair so much. It was able to grow, and the oils were protecting it so it was glossy and shiny and healthy. So, one thing I'd recommend is, if you're able to sacrifice even a week or 2 weeks or three or even a month, take that time to just put your hair in the hospital. Give it what it needs to recover. completely saturate it in whatever moisturizer you want, cover it with oils, put it in a loose bun, and just let it be. If you have to go out daily, sometimes you can get away with putting it in a bun without applying the oils to the top of your head. But by doing that, your hair will be kept protected in this blanket of nutrition. Wash it every 2 or 3 days or so, and then you're going to see if you can do this for a long period of time, like 2 months or 3 months, you're going to see such growth that it'll blow your mind too. It'll make you feel very happy, giving you that hope. So,
Okay. I just had two more things. One,
absolutely.
my mom wanted to say that she's so glad I got her into your products, and she's happy too. She's actually out, so she couldn't be here, but she wanted to say hello from her and just say that she was really grateful for it too.
Thank
And her hair is curly and thick, so I got her into the pink one where I was using the yellow one. I just want to make sure that's for her, right?
Yeah, if it's working for her, then it's for her. And if not, switch them and see if she likes that one better, since you have both anyways. So,
Okay. And just my last thing was the GROWbyCRISAN. I've heard about that, but does it talk about, I saw some of the trailer, but I wasn't sure if it talks about more about hair products and eating diet, stuff like that.
it does. So Grow by Kristen is right now, it's become kind of like a one-on-one tutoring session. So I meet with our members one-on-one in video chats like this. And then we have our monthly meetings here. And then we also have videos that teach about recipes and things, kind of like if you need, what is that, tools, you have some
Mhm.
to kind of follow. And then I just created this. So we've been super busy, and with Grow by Kristen, I just created last week 10 chapters of just everything basic to kind of help, because I was seeing a lot of gaps here and there just talking with you guys. I'm seeing a lot of gaps of basic hair knowledge, basic hair health, and just the physiology of the hair and how it works. I feel like this is a new topic that people want to know, but maybe don't have access to good information. So I just made 10 chapters, and I'm going to be filming those this week. So probably by next week, if we can get everything settled, I'm going to be able to have the 10 chapters released on the Grow by Kristen program, where it'll just help people to have all those bases covered, just so that you know how your hair grows, what to expect when your hair is in its shedding phase and falling out phase, what to expect when using oils for the first time, how stress relates, how chakras and marma points and massage relates. Everything kind of needs to be connected. And I feel like that's what I was able to accomplish by getting these lessons prepared. So that'll come soon. And then, yeah.
Okay,
Does that
thank you. Yes, it does. You've answered everything. Thank you so much. I feel like your hair products came in the best time with my hair. So I'm really, really grateful that you made these products. I'm really happy. And of course, next time I'll bring my mom so she can say hi personally. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Miriam. Miriam, let's go ahead and unmute you. Let's see. Are you there, Miriam? There you are. Hello. Oh, no, not yet. Okay, Miriam, I'm gonna go ahead to Roddy, and then I'll come back to you, okay? Because I'm not sure why, but you're not able to unmute. Let's go to Roddy. Go ahead. Hi, Roddy. How are you? Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. I'm Radhi from Mauritius Island. In fact, I saw your product and I ordered. I did not receive my parcel yet. I'm so excited to use your products. I have very extreme hair thinning and very greasy, oily hair. But I was not receiving my confirming order email. And then I sent a mail to your team, and they said that because I've ordered through the USPS and it's not available to Mauritius because of the COVID-19, they will send it through DHL. But my address is not good, but I sent it again.
Okay.
And they said that they will do the necessary for the shipment.
Okay, yeah, it'll probably leave on Monday. So our team has taken kind of a beating lately. So with communications, we have had a medical emergency with one of our most key people. And she's been out for about 3 weeks now. And then I had another woman who was helping with this with communications, and it just got too much for her because
No,
we get
but it's okay. It's
one.
okay because I've checked here with DHL. We do have DHL services here in Mauritius Island, and it will be okay. I've sent my address again on the mail,
Perfect. If
so
you've
it should be
already
okay.
sent it, then it'll be taken care of. If you've
But I
sent,
just hope that by using the Crisen oil, that I will have less hair thinning, because it's impossible to live with hair thinning.
yeah, hair thinning. Now we all will eventually start to feel thinning hair as we get older. Our hair may thin, but when you're taking care of your hair with very good nutrition and opening up your hair, your circulation in your scalp,
Mhm.
it can offset a lot. And I'm not just saying that because I'm only 31. And so a lot of people who are coming might think I don't know because I haven't reached that age. But I go based off of what my mother-in-law has experienced. And I take her because she has sisters and they don't all have the same quality of hair as she does. So I see her hair. She's 65. She has no gray. She's very healthy. And so when I look at her regimen and then I see her family and I see that they have lost their hair. Their hair is very thin and gray and it's taken a beating, and why is hers so different? Why? And then in my own experience, my hair is it's still going very well, where my parents started to gray and thin much earlier in life. So I feel like when we start to take care of our hair, and by doing so we're taking care of our diets, and our full body is taken care of through exercise, meditation, proper diet and nutrition, through massage, through all these different aspects. When we start to take good care of our cleanliness and making sure that if we have oily hair, our scalp is being kept clean, all of these things, it's like saying the same thing every month, but it's so important to say because it's all very important. It all relates. Uh,
Yes, yes, of course.
your hair is just it's a reflection of your inner health. So when your inner health is pampered and taken such good care of, your hair will flourish, and your skin also. Your skin will be bright and very happy, very like
Mm.
glowing. This all will come when you start to take good care of yourself, not just topically, but within. So I'm excited for you to get your products. It should ship out on
Yes,
Friday.
in fact, it's the first time that I'm going to try when I receive the parcel. I've ordered the oil and the shampoo, the yellow shampoo. So, in fact, I'm very excited to receive them and to use them,
That's wonderful.
because I've seen the reviews on the internet and all, and everybody's saying that they're very great. I just hope that it works for me.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Let me know if you have any questions, and then, yeah,
No, it's
it's so
okay.
nice
It's
to
a
meet
thank
you.
you.
You're welcome. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go to Miriam now. Miriam, let me go ahead and unmute you. And then I'm not sure why it's not working. Can you unmute yourself, perhaps? Let's see. Okay, Miriam, are you there? No, no. Okay, Miriam, I'm going to go ahead and go to Trisha, and then I'm going to come back to you if you're here. So, Trisha, go right ahead. I'm going to unmute you, Trisha.
Unmute. Hi.
Hi, Trisha. Is this the same Trisha from a couple months?
Yes, yes.
Great. Nice to hear from you again.
Nice to hear from you. So anyway, I'll ask this real quick, and it's so funny because I have all the family in the car, and they would love to hear you. But and I have twin girls that are so cute. They're like so obsessed with you and your hair. And I actually did it on my girls the other day.
Wonderful.
And it is improving a lot, like amazing. I love it. Great. And I do again, which I think you remember. I remember I do dye my hair. Remember I told you I was brunette, and then but even though I'm still dyeing my hair, it's still really, really working a lot, amazing. But I just had one question about going back to the dyeing. Does the dyeing make your hair break off regardless, even if you use the oil? And does the dye thin your hair? when you lighten it, like when you lighten it 4 or 5 levels?
To an extent, it will. So because you're protecting your hair, and I think we talked about this the last time we spoke, when you're putting chemicals or heat or anything on your hair that causes damage, there will be an effect, cause and reaction. But you are protecting your hair. So without the protection, you might see more breakage, you might see more hair thinning or hair loss. Just because you dye your hair isn't a death sentence for your hair. Your hair will still look beautiful. You're still gonna have hair, obviously, but a good example is that my sister-in-law has extremely thick, curly hair, and she wanted to get it relaxed. And so, relaxing your hair, it's chemicals that they apply to straighten your hair permanently. So her hair
Mm-hmm.
was super thick. She had never
Mm-hmm.
done anything to it before. She went and she had her hair relaxed, and her hair went from being so thick to extremely thin. She lost a lot of hair,
Yeah.
but she didn't lose everything.
Wow.
And
Right. Right.
relaxing is a little extreme. As far as dyeing, it's not as extreme. Dyeing is not as extreme as relaxing, but it will have an effect that could be negative. It can cause hair loss. It can cause hair breakage and thinning. But if you're protecting it and you're being really careful, then I don't see a reason to stop. And another thing I really believe, and I teach everyone this, is that sometimes you know that something's not good for you, but you do it anyways because you have that need or you have that desire, and that can be dyeing your hair, that can be straightening your hair. Um, but if you're taking steps to help protect it, it's going to mitigate the reaction. It's not going to be such a
Right.
yeah. So
Right. Yes, actually, it's. I'll tell you this one last thing. So it's funny because I even bring it to the salon and make them put it on the rest of my hair when they do my roots, and it's so funny because they all want to attribute it to Olaplex, and they get frustrated because I'm like, no, it's Kristen oil. That's what's making it grow.
yeah, Kristen is still a little small. A lot of people don't know about it yet. So it's kind of
Right.
its own little tight-knit community, which makes it easy for me because I know who you are. I remember you from last time. So
Yes.
I can see
Yes.
the names, and I love it. I think it's all it needs to be. So when you
So
guys
yes, the good thing is that I've never thought that my hair would be this healthy and grow this much. So it is encouraging me to maybe break the vicious cycle of dyeing it. So thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I used to straighten my hair. That was my um, thing that I used to do from the time I was like 14 until 20. I straightened my hair every single day. And so by using oils and stuff, that helped me to kind of get away from straightening and to kind of accept, because my hair is naturally pretty wavy. You guys have seen the pictures. It's like, it has that wave to it. And I think I'm starting to like the wave a lot now. I like it straight. I love it straight. I love to just cuddle up on it and it's like super soft. But I love it, this natural like lion type of look too. So just learning to embrace your natural hair is perfect. Um, I'm glad
Okay.
you stopped dyeing it. That would be kind of cool.
Yes,
Good.
yes, it's a great, and I love the body scrub. I got that,
I
and
love.
that's amazing, and it's interesting because I think it almost helps with the lymphatic system.
Yeah, it does definitely. So you also, I think, haven't you also gotten like the Veda Sense oils and stuff? Because I remember seeing.
Yes, I did, but I don't understand it, to be
Okay.
honest.
Have you seen the video on how to apply it?
No.
Ah, that's why you don't understand it. Okay, Trisha, I'm gonna send that email to you on how to apply it. I have it
Okay.
on YouTube, but I have it private there, and I was wondering because we have so I can see the views that are on that, and I was wondering, like, there are not a lot of views on that, but there are a lot of people who have been using this, so there must be a disconnect. I didn't want to make it public because our family is going to start doing YouTube stuff like vlogging, and I thought maybe if I kept my hair stuff private just for you guys, and anyways, I might have to just make it public so it's easier to access for you. But let me send that to you.
Okay, thank you. And
It'll
I
link.
love the body oil, the face and body oil. I use it everywhere. I love it. And I think it's It's amazing. It's amazing.
Thank you so much, Trisha.
Yeah, thank you. Congratulations on your baby.
Thank you. I would show her to you. She's sleeping right here next to me, but I'm afraid
Aw,
she might wake up.
aw. All right. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
You're welcome. I'm going to go to Miriam. Miriam, you're saying your microphone's not working. Is it possible to type your question here in the chat for me, and then I can help you there? Because I want to make sure you are heard. Oh, did you? Let me scroll up and see. Okay. Hang on, guys. I'm going to do quick research on Miriam's question, so don't mind me. Okay, she's saying she just ordered the shampoo and conditioner and the oil is the oil therapy. Are you speaking about the Veda-Sense oil? Probably Veda-Sense oil. She's been using Madison Reed and Rogaine. Let's see, will there be side effects? Okay, can you use both at the same time? Yes. So Miriam, if you're using any Crisen product, the beauty about Crisen is that it can actually be used in conjunction with other products. That's because there are no chemicals. It's not a medicine or a drug or anything like that. It's a very natural type of product. The only thing that I would recommend, and I always say this because I'm not a doctor, but you want to ask your doctor's advice, especially if they're prescribing certain things for you. But just the beauty about Crisen is it's very gentle. It's like if you were to apply like a cooking oil, like a coconut or olive or some type like a very gentle oil. That's kind of like what Crisen's base is all of these gentle oils that are carrier oils. So you can use them in conjunction with Rogaine. The difference is, so if you're using Rogaine and you stop using Rogaine, you'll notice hair loss. If you're using Crisen and you stop using Crisen, you're not going to lose all your hair. You get what you pay for pretty much. Your hair growth will stay, the hair health will stay. However, it will slowly go away if you stop taking care of yourself. So if you stop oiling completely and you I don't know, spend a lot of time in the sun and dangerous elements and expose your hair to things that are gonna hurt it, it's gonna get hurt. Let me see, I know you wrote a little bit more. So let's see. So you also have a prescription shampoo that you're using, and you are asking if you should stop using that and use maybe the Kristen shampoo. I'm guessing. I'm kind of and like making up the rest of your question. But if you're using the prescription shampoo and it's working for you, I feel like the beauty of Kristen is in our oils, and our oils are also in our shampoos. And the reason we were actually so against putting like shampoos in our line in the first place, because we didn't want to make it so that people felt like they had to buy this or nothing would work. Do you know what I mean? So we started our company a long time ago with just the Kristen Extreme Hair Strengthening Oil and the facial oil. And we had so many people saying, we want shampoo, can you offer that as well? But we do recommend that if you have a shampoo that's working for you, that you like, just continue using that because you know how it works. And yes, you can use your shampoo, your oil, and your Rogaine in conjunction. Your shampoo and your Rogaine, I can't, oh, you like the shampoo. Oh, that's good. So you're already using Kristen shampoo. So I think that, yeah, you're good to go. You can use our Kristen products in conjunction with Rogaine. It's not going to have any adverse reactions. Once again, we do use 55 different oils in our shampoo and in the Extreme Hair Strengthening Oil. Because we use so many, you want to spot test if you haven't used these products already, which it seems like you've used. Yeah, you can use the Compassion Oil also. All of these you can use in conjunction with one another. The Kristen products are gentle enough to use every day as often as you need to, especially the Veda-Sense oils. These oils can be used as often as you need, even daily, just because it's more than just hair growth, but you're actually doing massage and you're doing aromatherapy, which is very good for your hair growth. Is Madison Reed a good hair color? I can't speak on behalf of Madison Reed, and I don't ever dye my hair, so I don't really have much to say about hair colors. I have a lot of users who use Madison Reed, and that's all I can say is that they're using it. So maybe they're using it for a reason. It must be good. What hair color to use? That's another thing. I'm not really a good spokesperson for hair color. Sorry about that. I wish I could help you there. We will probably do some research on that. Maybe I can recommend some things later on that would help you. So does that help you? Does that answer everything that you had? Oh, can you use hair color? No problem. So the same thing that I was mentioning to Trisha, you can color your hair, and we have a lot of Kristen users who come from all different walks of life. We have actors who use Kristen, and they have to dye their hair to fit whatever character they're playing, whatever role they're playing. And so you can still color your hair. You can lighten your hair. Kristen should not change the color of your hair. I have had a couple people who say that it's made their bright blonde go brassy. Can you hear me? Can anyone hear me? Am I just talking to myself? Okay, perfect. You can hear me. Okay, so I have had people who have said that they use it on their blonde hair and it can turn it brassy, but that's been like 2 or 3 people, and we've had thousands and thousands of people use it, so it shouldn't affect your hair color. I think you should be fine. Yes? Does that help you? Yeah? Cover all the bases? Perfect. Thank you so much, Miriam. And thank you guys for coming. I hope you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving with your families. And yeah, if you have any other questions, let me know. You can email me, you can reach out to me. Kunduz, I'm going to be sending you compassion oil. Trisha, I'm going to send you the video on how to apply Vedasens. And yeah, thank you guys. You have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you later. Bye, everyone.